up, Rockstar? Coach Betty Rocker here. Welcome to today's workout. We're getting into some lower body super circuits, and you won't need much, just a little space to move and a couple of resistance weighted objects from around your house. I've got some water bottles. You could use water jugs, laundry jugs, books, or of course, dumbbells also come in handy if you have some at home. I'm also going to be inviting you to do a move or two that you'll want an elevated surface to lean on. Maybe it's your couch, maybe it's the side of a chair or an old ottoman like what I'm using. Just have something that you can lean onto, and that is it. So let's get right into today's workout. Come on down into a tabletop position. We're going to start out warming up the glutes and hips. So we'll start out just making sure that our knees are stacked below our shoulders. Let's go ahead and arch our back, coming into a cow spine, opening up, and then curling everything underneath us, arching up into cat spine, pressing down through the finger pads, and then again one more time up into our cow spine, looking up, nice work, and then look down, cat spine. Just warming up the spine and then coming back into a nice neutral position here as we get started. From here, find your balance on your right knee, and you're going to begin lifting your left knee up and out, away from your body, up and out. So it's just a nice warming and toning for the outside of your glute. Nice work. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop down to your right elbow, straighten your left leg back behind you, and we're going to add just a little bonus lifting series to this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch to the other side. This time, right leg lifts up and out. While you're doing these fire hydrant lifts, make sure that your back stays nice and flat. Don't arch your spine. Keep a nice engaged core. Nice work. See if you can lift your knee up and out as high as you can without changing your torso position here. Beautiful work. Last 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's add the bonus series. Bring your left elbow down, right leg comes out straight at a 45-degree angle, and we lift and lower, keeping our core nice and engaged. Don't let your torso move around here. We're just really isolating the glute. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work. All right. Woo! Now we're going to need the side of that box or couch. You're going to lean against this. You know this one. We're going to work on some hip thrusters, but I'm going to do single leg focus today. So if you want to add any resistance to that, that would be fine. We'll go ahead and find our balance point as we get into this. Both feet on the floor. And we're going to balance our back so that the shoulder blades, the bottom of your shoulder blades, is right about the corner edge of your elevated surface. Drop your butt down, both feet are down, and come up and check in. Are your knees at about a 90-degree angle? Do you need to scoot your feet out a little more? If you feel any pressure on your knees, go ahead and do a couple more tests. If you feel any pressure on your knees, you should widen your stance a little bit. Maybe walk your feet out slightly. Now from here, I'm going to do just my right side. So I'm going to pick a fairly light weighted object, place it on my right hip crease, and extend my left leg out. And then I'm going to press up and lower down, up and lower down. Great work. You've got this. So good. Try to get 8 to 12 reps on this side before we switch. Nice. Hang in there. Really imagine you're pressing the earth away from you each time you press your foot down into the mat. Last one for me. I'm going to switch sides, placing the weighted object in my left hip crease this time, straightening out the right leg, and lifting and lowering. It's absolutely optional to have any resistance here at all. Gravity alone is going to be your friend if you're using a single leg hip thrust and you're still, building up some strength in those glutes. That's a great thing to do. Don't feel pressure to add more resistance if you're not quite ready. And if you don't have any, you're still gonna get a great workout. Last one. And lower down. Okay, we're gonna finish this superset, round one, with a quick cardio blast. I'm going to do plie jumps. Now, the plie jump is a jump, but of course, you can also do this low impact. And for the low impact version, I'm gonna invite you to do a full body extension. So, sending your hips back behind you. I want you to come up on your toes. Up, squeezing your butt on your toes, okay? So it looks just like this from the front. Up, on your toes. That way you'll get all the benefits and you'll still get a great cardio workout. If you want to do the more high impact version, we're gonna send our hips back and we're gonna jump and we're gonna go ahead and throw our arms up too, lifting our feet up and out. It's like a star jump plie. Great work. Land lightly. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes. Nice work. Little cardio burn. And we're gonna come right back down into our fire hydrant series. Meet me back on the mat. In tabletop, moving any props out of your way. Balancing your knees below your hips. Hands below shoulders. Engage your core, no arched backs. Have a nice connection there through your abs. And we're gonna start on the left leg. Lift it out, lift it up, and out. Now, if you are wanting more resistance for this movement, feel free to wear ankle weights or even tuck your dumbbell or weighted object behind your knee crease. That can also help. Sometimes I find it hard to hold on to the weighted object in this position, and I feel a really good burn just doing this lift, but please take any variation or add more resistance if you would like. You could also put a stretchy band above your knees and do this movement, adding more resistance. Last one, come down onto your right elbow, extend your left leg out straight at a 45-degree angle, and point that toe as you lift and lower that leg. Nice work. Come on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch to the other side. Back up on both hands. We're going to extend out with the right leg, keeping our core and torso nice and stable. Hands stacked just below our shoulders. Beautiful work. Up and out. Up and out. Hang in there. So strong. Feel those glutes working, outer hips. Up and out. Keep your gaze neutral in front of you. Last 2. Last 1. Come down onto that left elbow. Right leg comes out straight behind us. Toe points, 45-degree angle with the leg from the body. And we lift without moving the torso, without arching the back, keeping the core nice and stable. You got this. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Yes. Amazing work. Come on, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, well done. Go ahead and set yourself up so that you are positioned on your elevated surface with your base of your shoulder blades just touching the corner. We're going to start with the right leg. Let's go ahead and just find our foot position. Maybe do a 1 or 2 checks with both feet on the ground. And then we're going to switch just to the right leg. Lifting and lowering. Now, one thing I want you to really keep in mind on this set is that your left hip doesn't rotate or collapse down or open out. I want it to stay nice and flat and level. And at any time, you can adjust your foot that's on the ground and maybe send it out a little farther if you don't feel like you're in a good position, or bring it in a little closer if you don't feel like you're stable. Last 2 for me. Last 1, switching legs. And we're going to extend the right leg out, drop the butt down, and lift and press. Lift and press. Same thing on this side. Don't let your right hip collapse down. This is what I mean by keeping the hips square. It's a challenge because
you don't have both feet on the ground, so it's your core strength that has to work to hold this leg up. Hold your pelvic bowl flat and stable. That's why I say you're always working your core with me. Last one, because you are. Woo! Oh my gosh. Nice job. Okay, you ready for another set of those plie star jumps? So fun. And remember, feel free to take the low impact version. That is a really great way to get your heart rate up, still fire up those same muscles. Please have some water if you'd like. We're gonna get right back into this, sending the hips back and out, and out. Send your hips back, keep your chest up. It's natural to bend slightly forward in this jump, but you wanna maintain that strong back and core. And whew, last two, last one, whew. So good. Catch your breath, and we're gonna come right back down to the mat for our final set of fire hydrants. Whew. Tabletop position. Allowing this position, go ahead and begin on your left side. Even as your heart rate is still up, we're moving into a slower, more controlled movement, which will give your body time to come back to a neutral position and let your heart rate come back down a little bit. Great job. Last one. And bring that right elbow down. Left leg comes out straight, toe points, and we lift that leg up and out behind us. Gorgeous work. Keep it up. Hang in there. I know you're feeling these. So am I. Keep that core nice and tight. This movement is initiated from your glutes. Last 3, 2, 1. Back up, both palms down. And we're gonna lift the right leg up and out behind us. Don't look, try not to look down. Try to keep your gaze nice and neutral. That will really protect your spine. Keep breathing. How are you doing? Has your heart rate come back down now? Good work. Keep it up. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down onto that left elbow. Extend your right leg out. Point that toe. Lift. And whew, so good. Breathing. Stay strong. Stay light with your weight through your hand and your elbow. You really have most of your weight back in your knee, and the work is happening in your glute. Great job. Gaze is neutral. Keep your hips square. Same thing we talked about with that hip thruster. Last 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Oh my gosh. Buns on fire. Time for our final set of single leg hip thrusts. Love this move for developing glute strength. Really hits the hamstrings as well. Just a fantastic move. Just really a well-rounded workout today. You're gonna get a full leg and glute workout with some bonus cardio for that extra fat burn. So really seeing the sculpted, defined physique comes from a combination of a couple of things, right? It comes from strength training with either gravity for resistance or resistance objects, and it comes from explosive cardio. So that's why I love to combine those two things in my workouts to really give us the best of both worlds, help us reach our goals, and then maintain them. Ready? Here we go. We're gonna do a couple of tests. 1 and 2, keep that core nice and tight. And then we're gonna put our weight in our right foot, nice and evenly balanced between our heel and the 2 front sides of that right foot, making sure that the hip does not drop over to the left, keeping it elevated and nice and flat, just like your right hip is. Same elevation, same height, even as you press the earth away, really feeling your glute and hamstring work for you here. So good. Last 3, 2, last 1. Switching sides, placing the weighted object on the left side, making sure that that right side stays elevated and flat, and begin again. Great work. Come on. Lift
and press the earth away. Press the earth away, so good. Hang in there, keep breathing. This is a different kind of intensity than the jumps. So good. Last 3 for me. 3, 2, last one. Woo! The struggle was real. Love it. Oh, I love it when my body's like, oh, I'm at my limit, just about at my limit. And I'm like, yes, I pushed hard. I love that feeling. Very satisfying. Okay, last set of plie jumps, and then we're gonna move on to our super circuit number 2. Come on back up on your feet. Remember the variation I showed you? Looks like this, just for a refresher, sending the hips back, and you come up on your toes. A very respectable, lower impact version of our star jump. So here we go. Send the hips back and up. Point those toes, allowing your feet to come out to the side, really working to send your hips back behind you, not bending forward at the waist. Beautiful. Last 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. Oh my gosh, you just completed super circuit 1. Have some water, catch your breath. You did amazing. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next super circuit, and got some great moves here. We're gonna start it out with the deadlift. I love the deadlift. It's amazing for working the glutes, the hamstrings, the back. So really targets the posterior chain. So let's grab some light resistance objects. And even if you don't have dumbbells, I recommend grabbing some books or just something so that you can feel all the mechanics of the deadlift, because it's an excellent move. Doing it body weight and even just with a little bit of resistance will really train all of these muscle groups to work together, which is really the secret in the deadlift. It's not about how much weight you're pulling, it's that you're activating the posterior chain correctly and together. So let's work on that today. So first and foremost, balance your weight evenly through the 3 corners of your feet. Engage your core. Imagine blueberry spine as you are standing. And if that's not easy enough to think of, just imagine that you were bracing. If you were in a boxing match and you had to brace your core. Okay, so that'll give you a little bit of a pelvic tuck down. You feel nice and tight through your abs. From here, if you're holding any weighted objects, shoulder blades come back and down. So you're rotating the humeral head, which is your arm bone, into its socket. So we're not just bringing our shoulder blades back mindlessly, right? We're bringing them back and down so that we're counterbalancing the weight. And when we combine that with our good core engagement, we have a very solid base. From here, I want you to just send your hips back. Everything else stays the same. Drag your hands or weighted objects down your shins, coming to a flat back. It really helps to have a mirror so that you can see how far you're going. It's easy to go a little too far. I feel a stretch through the back of my hamstrings as I do this. I'm making sure that my shoulders stay back and up, and then I'm coming back up, squeezing my butt. Now, some of you may be more advanced. Go ahead and continue. And you're like, I wish you wouldn't explain the whole thing every time. But to tell you the truth, even as a trainer, I really do set myself up for lifts slowly, mindfully, and carefully. And that is why I've had such a long career without injury, being able to do lifts and movements like this. I am patient with my body. I'm patient with myself. These very first sets in our workout, even if they're lower impact, even if they're lower in resistance, can serve us to help warm the body, can help train the body in the way that we want it to move. And then you can build on that. And that's why I always say doing body weight workouts first helps you build that good stable base and form, and from there everything else can build on top of that. You don't want to go adding resistance to your workout if you don't have a stable foundation. All right, last one. Great job. That was a really nice set. You can hold on to your water bottles or your weights. You're welcome to go up in weights. I feel like your legs are really well warmed up at this point from our first superset. I'm going to grab my dumbbells and we're going to come into some reverse lunges. So once again, same form I just had you work on for your deadlift, engaging your core. My feet are just a little closer together, and I'm going to step back on my left leg, coming into a reverse lunge. My torso is upright, my core is engaged. Step it forward, step it back, alternate leg. Nice, we're just going to repeat alternating sides, alternating sides. Well done. You're welcome to put your weighted objects up on your shoulders if that feels more secure for you. Your knees should not be banging or touching the ground as you sink it back. I like reverse lunges as a variation because they can really help you focus on that upright torso. And your hamstrings do quite a bit of work to stabilize you as you're stepping back and forth. Make sure that your front knee stays in line with your front toe and that it doesn't carry or travel far beyond it. Nicely done. Back and forth, back and forth. Really, you have the option. Just keep those shoulders back, keep your chest up, keep your core engaged. Really, really nice job. Woo! So good. So strong. Lunges are amazing for your coordination, balance, and stability. It's why I like to practice them. If you feel wobbly, don't be upset with yourself. That's just your body getting stronger, and you showed up to help it do just that. Last one on each side. Let's finish it strong. And done. Okay, quick blast of cardio. Bend the knees to set down your weighted objects. We're going to go into a quick set of skater lunges. The low impact version of skaters is alternating reverse curtsy lunges. The reverse curtsy lunge just invites you to put your back knee behind your front heel, and you can go quickly. You guys can start now. You can go slow or you can go fast. The faster you go, the more challenging it will be cardio-wise. You'll also get a little bit more for your calves, but be where you're at. Do what feels right for your body today. Come on. Back and forth, back and forth. I like to reach down across for my opposite ankle as I move, helping to get a little bit of bonus oblique action in the mix. Great job. Last 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Powerful. Okay, quick breather. I'm gonna come back to those deadlifts, and if you would like to use more resistance this round, be my guest. If you're working on form, do that. Do it with a lighter amount of resistance. Remember, just working and activating those posterior chain muscles is really, really a good move. So we're gonna stand with our feet just a little bit wider than hip distance. Roll those shoulders back and down, engage the core, hinge the hips back, coming to a flat back, then powerfully driving up through the glutes. Nice. Make sure that those weighted objects stay in close to your shins as you bend down, because that won't strain your back. Every time you hinge your hips back, pull your belly button in and up. Nice work. Make sure that your feet are balanced evenly. Check in with them. Power up, lower down. Power up, lower down. You can see there's a soft bend in my knees. That's great. And you may be really using a lot more resistance than me today and going a little bit slower. Just pace yourself to the workout. Feel free to pause it. You may be using lighter weight than me. Really, it's all good. This is each of us individually. This is our workout. This is just the move. I want you to do this for this one. Move 2 is going to be reverse lunges, so we'll balance this all out. Last one, and bend the knees to set it down. Quick breather. Maybe you want a little water, and we'll move on to those reverse lunges. Great work. Okay, for this set with the reverse lunges, we're going to isolate one leg at a time, which you may find to be more challenging or less challenging. You'll have to let me know. For this one, I'm going to put the weights up on my shoulders, and I'm going to, once I do that, I just notice my back always wants to arch, so I'm going to add that core engagement. I'm going to start with my right leg stepping back. Let's go. Really focus on your form. Step it back, step it back. So controlling your descent is important. I think on my second one, I felt my knee touch the ground, so I corrected myself to go a little bit slower as I step back. so that my deceleration is very controlled and I'm really activating that hamstring. Now your quads are also getting a lot of work in any lunge that you do. Your core is working to stabilize you, especially when you're actively engaging it. Beautiful. Let's do 3, 2, last one on this side. 1, and we'll switch. This time left leg steps us back. Great work. Keep that chest up. Be conscious of how your front knee tracks in alignment with your front toe and doesn't collapse past it. We want to have a nice 90-degree bend in that front leg as we reverse it back. Great job. I started to feel like I just needed to change with my arm position, so I set my shoulders back and let my hands come down at my sides. Check back in with your foot. Are you collapsing in with your arch, or do you have a nice even balance between the 3 corners of your feet? Don't be too much on your toes. You want to be light through the toes here, but have a good weight distribution between your heel and the 2 corners of the front of your foot. Last 3, last 2, last 1. Amazing work, rock star. Okay, gonna set those weighted objects down. Woo! Skaters. So go slow or go fast. Pick your poison, as it were, and we're gonna go back and forth across our space. We're not here for very long. Make this count. You got this. Come on. Go, 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 go. Keep your chest up. Woo! Let's go. So good. Come on. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Great work. Okay. Gonna come back to the top of our super circuit number 2. It is deadlifts, last set. So grab resistance and join me. Here we go. We're gonna bend. Actually, we're not gonna bend anything. We're gonna hinge. Shoulders roll back into their sockets, core is engaged. And we're gonna hinge our hips back, keeping a soft bend in our knees. Weighted objects in close to our shins, coming to a flat back. Gaze is neutral. From here, use the power in your glutes to drive you up. Down, up, up. So good. There's, again, no need to rush this. Really engage your abs as you hinge forward and really power through your glutes as you drive up. That's going to really enable you to both protect your back and really get the most out of this in the muscles that it's working. So good. Can you feel your hamstrings stretching as you hinge it forward? And can you feel your glutes driving you up? Great job. Last 2. Last 1. Awesome job. All right, I'm gonna hold on to my weighted objects as I move into my final round of reverse lunges. You may switch, you may have different amounts of weight that you like to use for these different movements, and that's great. I really encourage you to experiment and play around with that. See what puts you in that 8 to 12 rep range. Just depends on how much equipment you have access to, right? So we always want to start where we are and keep moving. That's the only workout that's not effective is the workout you don't do, right? So there's no perfection. There's always all or something with our workouts. We're always doing what we can with what we have. Ready? Here we go. Starting with the right leg, and we're gonna switch to the left. And again on the right. Just alternating back and forth. Nice work. Back and forth. So strong. Woo! All right, now the second half of this, go ahead and pause for a moment. We're gonna just step back with the right leg to finish our set. So we're gonna do a little combo. Keep those shoulders back, keep your core tight, keep your hips nice and stable, control your descent. Last one on this side. Nice job. And switch. Left leg steps us back. Step it back. Step it back. Beautiful work. I'm sweating, and these low impact moves really get me. I love it. How are you doing? I can't wait to hear how your workout went today. Last one. And done. Amazing job. Set those weighted objects down. Always bend the knees to protect your back. Final move, skaters. All right, are we ready? Ready or not, we're gonna get this final set. Final set of skaters. Back and forth across your space. Feel your core working, feel your legs working. Nice. Keep your chest up. Keep breathing. Oxygenate that body. So good. Last 10, 9. Can you pick up the pace a little bit more? The last 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really nice work, rock star. Thank you so much for joining me for today's workout. That was amazing. Let's go ahead and sweep our arms up overhead, clasping the fingers together, pressing the palms up and away. And step your feet out and gently lean over to your left, feeling a stretch through your right side. And up and over to your right side. Go ahead and swan dive over your feet. Coming into a forward fold with your feet apart. And then walk your hands over to your left side. And then walk them over to your right side. Woo! Curl all the way back up. Now, if you'd like to do a little bit more stretching, I've got a fabulous stretching video series that goes through all the different parts of your body to stretch, which I'll link to here in this post for you. And if you like this style of training and you would like more workouts, remember that in Rock Your Life, we offer 5 new classes a week. And this month, we're actually offering a really fun lineup that I'm super excited about. We've got a posterior chain series, we've got bar, we've got upper and lower body divided so that you can really focus on isolating key areas of your body. And we've got a mobility and mindful movement workshop that happens every week as well. So it's a great time to join Rock Your Life. Remember, you can get a 30-day trial to check it out, and we would all love to see you in there and welcome you to our fantastic community. You can join one of our challenges. We have a live challenge happening next month, and I just have so much in store in the community and inside of Rock Your Life for you. So use the link here on this page if you're interested in that. And remember that you can always shop my amazing programs and get great stuff here on the website. So be sure to use all of the resources and whatever is helpful for you. As always, I'm Betty Rocker, and you are so awesome and amazing. I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.